You weren't born straight out of the womb being like, I am not confident. I hate myself. Fuck beauty standards. I have no doubt in my mind that you can all be confident queens and kings.
Good vibes, yeah, we brought 'em.
Hello queens and kings, welcome back to my channel. How are we all today? Are we good? Are we well? Are we hydrated? Are we feeling confident? Because if not, then this video is exactly what you need. Get ready, beautiful people, because we are about to have a self-love confidence chat. And I'm just going to get real and honest with you on what I think about confidence and self-love, and basically how you can implement it more into your daily life, how you can strip back your limiting beliefs, your beliefs about yourself, your beliefs on what defines you as a person, and just really start the journey of self-love and self-confidence, or really continue your journey. Or maybe you're self-confident already and you're just watching to watch. Now before we get into the video, I want this video to be the most commented video on my channel, and what I mean by that is I will be mentioning at the end of the video, but I thought it would be important to mention it at the start. I want you to comment down below what you feel most confident about yourself, or if you're not there with the whole confidence thing yet, if this journey is still new to you, I want you to comment below what you would like to be most confident about. Because I think a video like this can really help people. A video like this can really make people open their eyes and see that confidence and self-confidence comes from within. No one's gonna give it to you, no one's gonna package it up, give it as a present. No one has a self-confidence recipe that you can drink, because trust me, if I could bottle whatever I have in here and sell it, I would be a multi-millionaire. But we can't do that. We have to just do the work ourselves. So to start, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to try and be more self-confident, or if you are self-confident already, comment down below either what you are confident about yourself, or what you would like to be confident about. Don't worry, I'll be in the comments, I'll be commenting back. And yeah, I think we just need to blow up the comment section on this video with all the high vibrations, with all the positive vibes, with all the community connectivity of this confidence. Because why not? So let's get into the video. If you're new, if you like my vibe so far, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. We're nearly at 2,000 subscribers. This is wild. This is wild. Thanks for coming back, thanks for sticking around, and let's get into the video. Today we're basically going to talk about the fact that being in lockdown and being in quarantine has made me love not wearing makeup, has made me love what I look like not wearing makeup. And we're not only going to talk about that, because I think that that all ties in with confidence. So the essence of who I present myself online is a confident person, a person who's all about confidence, all about good vibes, all about spreading positivity. And I'm going to tell you today about how, like, I wasn't born this way. I wasn't born shooting confidence from my being. I wasn't born loving myself, basically. About how we all just need to stop hating ourselves. Like, enough is enough. Like, girls actually hate themselves. Not all girls, but a lot of girls. So basically, I'm just gonna give you an idea. I put up my Instagram story, so I put up, what do you struggle the most with when it comes to self-confidence? This is the most answered question box I've ever put up on my Instagram. So that gives you a bit of context, because I've put up a lot of question boxes, and why did I get so many answers? Like, why were so many people comfortable telling me what they don't like about themselves? Like, why is that the most answered? So I'm just gonna give you a taster of the answers. So, body image, my height and size, I'm not confident in my body, my tummy and my figure, what I see in the mirror, feeling worthless, other people's opinions, my face, it's just not pretty, worrying about what other people say and think of you and what they say behind your back. I always feel judged and I never feel like I'm enough. Being self-confident and comfortable naked in front of my boyfriend. Comparing myself to people, celebs on Instagram, especially body image, I don't feel confident. Getting compared to my best friend. If you had her looks, you'd be a 10. My acne. Comparing myself to others and being afraid of what people think. Feeling like people don't listen to me when I'm speaking. Being judged. Just got braces to fix my really bad teeth and I feel more self-conscious than ever. I hate myself and never feel worthy. Definitely compare myself to every person I see on social media. People's opinions and what they think about me. Comments from girls on what I wear. It's too out there. My weight, even though I've lost 50 pounds, I don't feel lighter and it holds me back. Looking in the mirror without judging myself. The way I look. Not feeling good enough, pretty enough for other people. I'm not funny, I'm not interesting, I'm not as pretty as them. Feeling like my personality isn't strong enough and feeling overpowered. After I had a baby, the expectation to bounce back. Social media, used to love summer, but I dread it now. I hate wearing shorts. It's really hard to feel confident. Lads have really high expectations of girls' bodies and there's a set image and it's hard if you're not that. So they are just some of the, I'm gonna say hundreds of replies that I got. And it's a lot to unpack and I feel like as a girl, it's very relatable. Like when I was younger, I hated my body, like hated, like bawled crying compared to myself to my friends. I feel like when you're younger as well, like teenage discos and stuff, it doesn't really happen now that I'm 26. But when you're a teenager, all your friends are swapping clothes, swapping dresses. Can I borrow this dress? Can I borrow that dress? I was never... It's like this silent elephant in the room because no one ever asks you to borrow your clothes because they know they won't fit them. And you never ask them, but there's this open conversation between like 4 or 5 girls all the same size just being like, oh yeah, you wore that and I wore this, and it's not done to make you feel on the outside, but when you're sitting in a group of girls and they're all discussing how they can share all their outfits and you're just sitting there and you're like,
you can use some of my makeup.
You know, I think that's like deep down, this is going to be a really pared back chat and I already feel uncomfortable. I feel like that's why I got into makeup, because I realized that I could always find makeup that would work. I could always do stuff with makeup. If I wanted to do my makeup, it didn't matter if I'd gained weight, if I'd lost weight. There was no size on makeup, and I feel like that is why I made that my thing, because I was like, right, I can't always get all the same clothes that everyone else is wearing, and it's not like I'm by no means, I wasn't the standard, like what the standard size 8 or whatever it is, but I felt like through makeup at least I could express myself that way and at least, you know, say what you want about my body or whatever, but at least my makeup looks good, which is kind of messed up, but anyway. So I feel like that's why I got into it. And also as well, when I was younger, I had glasses, I had braces, and I had roaring acne. Like my skin was always red, like my face was never this color, like my face was red all the time. Some people might see me and be like, oh, well, she can't relate to any of this because she's so confident. I don't know when the switch flipped. I think it's just my mindset in general that I fill my head with so much positivity and confidence. I follow people, whether it's online, books, whatever, that relay a positive message, and I don't know when it all changed or when it all came together, but I guess it just, as well, it did come with age that I just don't care. And to get all those replies and to get the so many messages that I got, like you can see on my phone, and to read all of them and to see how much people just don't like themselves and how they look. And I think what's very important to realize is you can't keep following someone on social media that makes you feel awful. You can't have we all have this in our hands. like a lot of the day. But you can't let this device dictate how you feel and how you look at yourself. I think I watched a video today from Gary Vee, and he basically said no one is born being like, I hate myself, I hate my body, I hate my skin, I hate, you know, whatever. It's all imprinted onto you by someone's comments. Someone in your life, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your family, your friends, society. You're not ingrained with this thought from birth that you're not good enough, or what you look like isn't good enough, or your personality isn't good enough. They're all things that are imprinted on you, and when you realize that you have the power to change the narrative, you can talk to yourself how you're supposed to talk to yourself. You're not supposed to talk to yourself in a negative voice. All those negative voices in your head, although they might be in your head now, they came from outside factors and outside sources. So I've read to you all the things that people don't like about themselves, and now we're going to go to what people like. I'm just going to say this, there is a very significant difference between what people said, and there is a very significant difference in the amount of replies. Having a fresh tan makes me feel confident working out, going for a run. I feel like I'm super friendly and approachable, which I love about myself. I like that I'm self-motivated and independent. I'll do my own thing by myself. That is such me vibes. Sounds weird, but my high level of English. I feel I am articulate when I speak. Getting random compliments and self-care like tanning, doing my hair, dressing nice. The way I treat others and my attitude towards being positive. When I eat healthy and exercise, I always feel more empowered about myself. Tan makes me feel so confident, no idea why. Dancing around my room with music blaring. My boyfriend always makes me feel confident too. I know this is awful, but there isn't really anything. Maybe my personality, but I'm not sure. My eyes, I love them, and my lips. I'm confident when I'm just out of the shower and in pajamas. Yoga makes me feel so strong and able-bodied, regardless of weight and shape. Tan makes me feel a hell of a lot more confident. Without it, I feel grey. Getting dressed up and putting on makeup, that post-out workout feeling. Tan, 1000%, makes me more confident and makes me feel better about myself. Being able to express my feelings and vulnerabilities, dance and music. Tan, helps loads. I know I'll be there for someone regardless of how they've treated me. I think it's a good trait. Dancing around naked. I've learned to be confident about my height over the years. 5'11" and I love it. Doing Kiki Fit's coaching plan. I'm 5 weeks in and I feel so confident. Tan, honestly, a layer of tan makes me feel amazing. A fresh layer of tan makes you look skinnier. Giving advice to my friends. My figure, my loud personality. Makes me feel confident. Tan, my makeup skills. Being with people who like you for who you really are. What I got from that is obviously there was loads of amazing things. People complimenting themselves about their personality and how they act around themselves and their body and doing yoga and working out. But I also noticed that a lot of the things that people said made them feel confident are things that they have to do to themselves. So putting on tan is a big one for Irish girls. You know, the idea that tan makes you look skinnier and that you need tan, and the idea that modifying, that you're not happy with yourself until you modify it, whether it's with tan, with makeup, with extensions, with lashes, with hair. Obviously, it's great that people love themselves and use things to love themselves, such as tan, such as makeup, such as other people complimenting them. But I think the real self-love work and the real whole thing about it is you need to love yourself pared back. I don't know what it is about lockdown or about quarantine, but I probably have worn makeup twice, if not 3 times. And I did my makeup the last day. I'm just taking out a mirror for reference. So I did my makeup the last day and I put it on. An hour later, I was like, I want to take this off. I looked in the mirror and I had a realization. And I was like, I prefer myself way more without makeup after lockdown and quarantine. And I never hated myself without makeup before. Well, I did, but when I was younger, but I mean recently. So I never hated myself without makeup. the more confident I became in my skin and the more confident I became in my makeup, the more I realized that, you know, if I want to wear it, I'll wear it, but if I don't, I won't, kind of thing. I always kind of preferred myself with it, you know. I always felt more put together, I always felt more quote unquote presentable, and I was getting more used to seeing myself on the daily without makeup. And I suppose I was also getting used to not feeling the pressure of going somewhere and having to put makeup on. I noticed that when I did put it on last week or the week before, I wanted to take it off because I preferred how I looked without it, which is wild, definitely for someone who struggles so long with their skin, who struggles so long with their confidence. Like, genuinely, I used to stare in the mirror and be like, I wish I looked like a different person. Like, I don't like how I look, I don't like my body, I don't like my skin. Like, I changed my eye color for years, I wanted brown eyes. Like, I changed a lot of things about myself in order to feel like I liked myself. And now ultimately, I'm not changing anything. I don't really enjoy wearing fake tan. Like, I love makeup and I love it as a form of expression and a form of creativity, but it's not like I feel like I need to put on makeup to present myself to the internet, to present myself to the world. Me and the girls had a barbecue on Sunday, and even though we were only going to our other friend's garden, I didn't feel the need, it didn't even come into my head to put on makeup before I went down there. And I went down there and obviously a lot of the girls were wearing makeup, and like they were like, oh yeah, I had to do my makeup now before you all came. And I just thought about it in my head and I was like, you didn't even, like, to myself, I was like, you didn't even question putting on makeup today. And it's wild how, like, being in lockdown and being in quarantine and not seeing people frequently has made my mind do this 360. Like, I think it's absolutely crazy. I'm just gonna answer some of your questions now. Someone said, I don't have a question, but I live by fake it till you make it in terms of confidence. And that is something I definitely agree with. When I was less confident, I remember, I don't know how this whole confidence journey started with me, like I really don't. But I just always remember being like, okay, you have to just fake it till you make it. You have to be happy in yourself. I basically realized that, like, no one's gonna feel confident in your body for you. It's not something that you can get from an outside source. Yes, you can put on tan, yes, you can put on makeup, yes, you can do your hair, yes, you can do all these things, but at the end of the day, without all those things, no one but you can feel confident. And it's really a you journey and a you issue. And I think you just need to tell yourself, I'm beautiful, I got this, I have an amazing personality, I have so much to offer to the world, I have so much to offer to myself, to my friends. I know at the end of the day that I am amazing. And you might be looking at the screen now being like, Rick, I'm not talking to myself in the mirror, like, what do you want about? But it actually helps, like, it really does. So a lot of these are obviously body confidence questions. So how do you stay so confident? Like, one day I feel so good and the next day I hate my body. How do you feel confident in your body? And I think you have to accept yourself and your body for what it is. I really do believe in the whole idea of, like, comparison is the thief of joy. If you find yourself going on your phone, comparing yourself to someone online, mute them. You don't have to block them, you don't have to unfollow them, you know, they could be a friend. Mute them. Like, until you get to that place where you ultimately love. Like, I never see, and this is me talking from, like, complete honesty, like completely frank and honest, I, as I am now, don't compare my body to anyone else's body, ever. I look at other people's bodies and appreciate them and say, oh my god, they're so toned, or they're so strong, or their body is beautiful, or, but I don't say, oh, their blank is better than mine, or her body is better than mine, or I don't define myself by my body, but I also don't define other people by their body. And I think when you care so much about other people's bodies, you ultimately reflect that onto you. Whereas if you don't look at someone and define them by a body, by what they look like ultimately, you will find yourself doing it less. And you might be looking at me being like, Rebecca, like, but it's true. Like, I do not go into my Instagram and look at like anyone and think, oh, I wish my legs looked like hers, oh, I wish my stomach looked like hers, oh, I wish my arms looked like hers, oh, I wish my hair looked like hers, oh, I wish I looked like she did. I would say I can't relate, but I can, because when I was younger, yes, like, I want hers. My stomach isn't good enough. I want to be size 8. I want to be as small as my friends. I don't understand, like, why, blah, 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 all this inner dialogue, like, on every diet under the sun, restriction, hatred, all these negative vibrations that just didn't help. They didn't make me a better person. Comparing yourself to anyone doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make you them, and it'll never make you them. If you look in the mirror at yourself and pick at your legs or pull your arms or pull your stomach, and like, all that self-hatred is such a negative vibration and such a negative thing to put out into the world, and negative attracts negative, like attracts like. So if you're looking in the mirror thinking how ugly you look, then you go onto social media and you see someone and you think they look amazing and you look horrible, and the cycle just continues. What I can say is that you are never going to be happy if you constantly compare yourself. The next time you go, and it's something that you have to learn, you know, it doesn't happen overnight, but the next time you go to compare yourself, just sit back and be like, no, 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 this is not happening. I'm not comparing myself to anyone. She is beautiful, I am beautiful, we are not the same person, end of story. That's it, that's it, move on. I'm not going to tell you a secret that's going to change your life overnight, because my life didn't change overnight, but I did the inner work. And like, it's really funny because I'm doing this talk and like, my books are, or my camera's balancing and all these books, and like, the books are The Chip Paradox, which is mind management, Awaken the Giant Within, Atomic Habits by James Clear, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, Oprah Winfrey's book, What I Know For Sure. So I take in information that is positive. Ultimately, comparison is the thief of joy, and if you find yourself looking at someone and if they really affect you, just mute them. Please, for the love of God, for yourself, for your own mental health, mute them. You don't have to look at it. And I think in social media now, it's like magazines, I suppose. Magazines long ago, people would open them and see pictures and compare. But you didn't have a million magazines in your house, and magazines only showed certain people, and it was always kind of the same person. Whereas with social media and with Instagram, you can expose yourself to hundreds of thousands of people every day to compare yourself to, and that's not good. Like, no more comparison. When someone said one day I love my body, the next day I hate, I don't look at my body as like this thing that is supposed to look good for other people. I look at my body as like, and this might sound very cringe, and like a lot of people are like, no you don't, Rebecca, shut up, like what are you on about? But like, my body is strong and my body gets me from A to B. I'm able to walk, I'm able to run, I'm able to lift weights. It keeps me alive. Like, when, like, I'm a girl, so when I have my period, like, that's natural. Like, my stomach will bloat and I will be holding more water, because eventually, if and when I have children, that's what that's for, you know. Obviously there's some days where you're more bloated or more watery, but I don't define myself by how I look anyway. So even though I can notice that, like, maybe I feel a bit more watery or maybe I feel a bit more bloated, that it's not important enough for me to give a lot of mind space to, if that makes sense. You can't look at yourself after you've eaten and be like, oh my god, I'm so bloated, like I'm so fat. It's like, no, you just ate food, your body's digesting it, like it will go back to normal. I'm not talking about like extreme bloating that like pains you or hurts you. I'm talking about when people like grab at their stomach after they eat, or like say like, oh I'm such a pig, or like any of that language is so negative. Like, you will never hear me say, oh I'm such a pig. You will never hear me say, oh I ate way too much last night, I'm such like a savage, or like I just overdid it, or like I just went like, I just, you know, all those negative things that are associated with eating. And I feel like a lot of girls use that language because it's normalized, you know. Oh, I was such a pig last night. Oh, I just ate everything in sight. Or like, oh, like, you did it, move on. Like, it doesn't need to be a discussion of how much of a pig you are or how disgusting you are because you ate food. Like, does that, like, and I think it's just so, to me, it's so obvious of like, of course I'm not gonna call myself a pig after I ate food that I wanted to eat. Like, how does, just does not make sense to me. How can you feel more comfortable in clothes? I've never worn anything tight. I love tight clothing, to be honest. I like either really tight clothing or really baggy clothing. Like, I love tight jeans, I love tight tops. And I think, again, it's comparison. So when you learn not to compare yourself and when you learn not to define yourself by what you wear, you won't feel uncomfortable in clothes because you won't feel like other people are judging you, because ultimately you don't care about their opinion. Now, also, I've always had big boobs. So anytime low top, tight top comes out, like, I'd be in the street and people just be staring. But like, you just have to not care. Someone just goes, how do you be confident? Like, just like, how do I be confident when I hate my body, I hate my stretch marks? Like, all of these things are natural, and it all boils back down to not defining yourself and your worth by your body. You're more than a body. Your brain, your personality, you're interesting, you're smart, you're friendly, you're loving, you're like, why is a body the most important thing? I have stretch marks, I have cellulite, I don't care, because I don't put weight in, number one, my appearance. Like, I don't put weight in how other people perceive me, because I know I perceive myself as someone who's amazing. And you can think about that what you will, but honey, that's how I feel. This is how 2020 is going. We're on the self-love train. But genuinely, like, if you don't put weight in the opinion of others, you won't care. It's not you that cares, it's you that cares about other people's opinions. It's other people's opinions that have been ingrained in your mind about yourself. You weren't born straight out of the womb being like, I am not confident, I hate myself. That was projected onto you, and once you realize that that's not your narrative, that's a narrative that was enforced on you, it'll be a lot easier to change. Like, it honestly will, and I hope this helps someone somewhere. No one lives inside your brain. No one has to deal with what happens in here on a day-to-day, only you. So if you let other people and their opinions dictate what goes on in here, you're setting yourself up for failure, because they don't know what you're thinking in here, but you're allowing what they're saying to affect what goes on in here. This is speaking, like, I cared so much what other people think. Like, when I was younger, like, I cared so much. I cared too much. And I especially cared in what young boys think. Because obviously I was a young girl. I was going to say men, but like, obviously when I was a young girl, there were young boys. So like, I'd be like, oh, they don't think I'm pretty, they don't think I'm attractive, like, they don't think I'm this. And I'm like, why am I giving so much attention to what people think about me? Like, why does another person's opinion have more value than my own opinion? You might think your opinion is your opinion, but it's actually their opinion, because it's been inflicted on you. So you are allowing yourself to believe what other people are saying, and you're allowing yourself to believe the narrative that other people have more say in what you think about yourself than you do. You just have to get to that place of like, yeah, they're talking about me, and no one doing better than you is gonna discuss you at their dinner table. No one who is booked and busy and has a lot going on, and ultimately no one who loves themselves. No one who loves themselves is gonna be ripping you to shreds over a dinner table. And if they are, that's their problem. Like, that is a them problem. People need to realize that like, someone discussing you and how you look or what you did or whatever they feel concerns them is a them problem. It's not a you problem. You're just doing you. You're just living your life. You're just doing what you want to do. It's them who feel the need to judge you for doing what you want to do that have the problem. Am I making sense? Am I getting through to you? Comment below if you are catching it while it's flying, you know, catching the vibe. So yeah, I really don't want to get it twisted, and I really don't want to confuse you, and I really don't want to come across as a broken record, but everything I'm saying boils back to you need to give more weight into what you want to do, what you believe you are capable of, and just talk to yourself nice, like raise your vibration. About stretch marks and everything like that, that is a beauty standard that was created by magazines, media, and men. So when you understand that someone else created that beauty standard, that stretch marks aren't okay, fuck beauty standards. We're all beautiful. Something like stretch marks might be a trend next year. Who's to say they won't? And I think if you put so much emphasis and like thought into what you hate about yourself, what you want to change, what you wish you didn't have, you have to own it, you have to flaunt it, you have to be like, this is me, and take it or leave it. This is me, this is what I want to do, this is how I'm going to live my life. And if you're not happy with that, or if you have an opinion about that, have your opinion, because I'm not concerned about your opinion. I don't care. I'm sure there's people who think I'm an awful person. I'm sure there's people who think I'm amazing because I make YouTube videos. I'm sure there's people who think, who the hell does she think she is? Who does anyone think they are? What does the phrase, who does she think she is, even mean? Because like, I think that I want to make YouTube videos, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's who I think I am. I think I'm a person who, if I want to do something, I'll do it. That's who I think I am. I think I'm a person who's creative and wants to make videos to be creative. That's who I think I am. I think I'm a person who's not influenced by other people's opinions and other people's thoughts and other people's limiting beliefs. I have no limiting beliefs. I believe that if I want to do something and I put in the work, I can do it. Is it going to happen overnight? No. Am I going to do it anyway? Absolutely. And no one's opinion is going to change that. What, you think you can silence me and stop me doing what I'm doing because of your opinion? Sorry, sweetie, wrong gal. And that is the mood we all should have. I am no better than you. You are no better than me. It's the mindset. It is someone's mindset that separates them. I'm not saying I'm a better person than you. I'm not saying I'm better than you in any way, shape, or form. But I worked on my mindset, and I worked on not caring what other people think. I worked on being confident in myself. And when you work on your mindset and you work on telling yourself that you're only going to think positive thoughts, you're not going to compare yourself. What's comparing yourself going to do? If you compare yourself on Instagram, are you going to wake up tomorrow morning with their body? No. But what you are going to do is send yourself in a spiraling hole of self-hatred. I'm not about that. I'm not about the self-hatred life. And I think a lot of it is like self-deprecating hate, and like, it's funny to think you're an awful person, and it's funny to think that you're ugly, and it's funny, but like, it's funny on surface level. So I could be like, oh yeah, I'm full of shit, like I'm a YouTuber, I'm so narcissistic. But do I actually think I'm narcissistic? Absolutely not. You know, do you get me? Like, I can sit here and be like, oh sure, I'm a YouTuber, the base of my career is narcissism. But do I deeply believe I'm a narcissist? No. And that's the difference. You can joke about yourself, but once it's not too deep, once you don't deeply believe the things that you are. And I feel like a lot of it is growing up, you know, growing up, oh my god, she loves herself, oh my god, who does she think she is, oh my god, oh, she thinks she's the shit, she thinks she's amazing. When it should be, oh my god, she's so confident, oh my god, yes, love that energy, you know? So yeah, I guess I'm saying in a really, really roundabout way that it all pairs back to mindset, and it all, like, I'm telling you now, you can be confident. No one can't be confident, okay? Everyone has the power to change the inner dialect with themselves. Everyone has the power to not believe someone's opinion. Everyone has the power to be like, no, fuck you and your opinion. I'm not believing that. Because if you put too much weight in the positive compliment and the positive opinions of other people, you're going to get dragged down by the negative ones. And I think that is something that Gary Vee has like instilled in me, because obviously I'm putting myself out there online, and I've even seen it in my Instagram now. I had 2,000 followers for the longest time and barely got hate, barely got message from random people I don't know. But now that I have nearly 5,000 people think it's okay to come into my DMs and say what they want. And if I put value in all, like, obviously I so appreciate anyone who messages me and tells me, I inspire them, or they love my confidence, or my page gives them a boost. Like, yes, that's amazing, but I know I'm confident anyway, and I know that I boost other people due to my magnetic energy anyway. So I don't put too much weight in that, because it's not something that can be taken away by them not saying it, if that makes sense. So when another person comes and says something shitty in my DMs, I don't go off on one. I don't question myself. I don't have this self-doubt niggling in my head, because I'm here and I'm unwavered, good or bad. Come at me whatever way you want. It's not like I'm saying you'll wake up tomorrow and feel like this, because you won't, and I'm not here to mislead you. But I'm just here to let you know that like confidence is a journey, and like I'm 26 now, and I know maybe a lot of you are like 21, 22. My confidence only really started just coming up on 22, 23. Like, that's when it really got serious. That's when it really got deep. That when I was really like, okay, if you're gonna have this amazing life that you want to live, you have to do you, and you have to do you 1,000,000%, and you have to do what you want, unwavered by anyone else's opinion. And that's what I do, honeys. That is the confidence train we are on. And you can all be on it with me. You can all be confident. I have no doubt in my mind that you can all be confident queens and kings, because I know it's not just girls that watch me, and I know that boys deal with confidence issues too, but I just don't know personally from first hand, so I don't want to comment on it. And also, all the people who replied to me on Instagram were female. Whether you're a girl, whether you're a boy, just if you don't take anything else from this video, take this: that anything you believe about yourself, if it's negative, it's not your belief. Negativity was not ingrained in your brain when you were born. Negativity has came from some other outside source, whether it be social media, whether it be a friend or family member, whether it be a parent, an auntie, uncle, somewhere, society. Somewhere that negativity about yourself came into your brain. And it is up to you to flip the switch on the dialogue and realize that you have complete control over how you view yourself, how you react to things, and how ultimately you present yourself to the world, and how you don't care. Don't care. If I cared about everyone else's opinions, I wouldn't be making this video right now. I wouldn't be even on YouTube. I wouldn't do Instagram. I wouldn't do anything out there, because I would put too much weight in what other people think of me. And that's not a way to live your life. You know that. That is not a way to live your life. We all want to be confident, and we all want to work on it. What I want you to do is we're gonna comment something below positive about ourselves. Not about fake tan, not about makeup, about you as a person. Who are you and what makes you confident? What makes you feel confident? Not clothes, not tan, not any outside source. You, your personality, who you are. What makes you confident? Is it the fact that you're really stubborn and you're really opinionated? That could make you feel confident. Is it the fact that that your friends always come to you for advice? That could make you confident. Is it the fact that you love your eyes, you love your hands, you love your ability to draw? Anything, but something about you. I want to hear it below. And that is my challenge for you all, for all my subscribers, for every single person that watches this. I want a comment. I want a comment. This is going to be the most commented video on my YouTube channel, and I don't care. You are commenting below something, because if you don't comment something below on this video, then you just did not listen to me for the past, what, 20-30 minutes. So let's go. Get the comments going. I'll start. I'll comment. What makes me feel confident? My ability to believe every positive thing I say about myself. That's what makes me feel confident. And now it's up to you. So comment down below, like the video, subscribe if you're new. If you like my vibe, don't forget to subscribe, because we love the vibes here. We love the high energy, we love the good vibes. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you feel confident. I hope this video gets you fired up. Get a diary out, write out all the things you want to achieve, write out all the things you want to be confident about, even if you're not confident about them now. Even if you don't have something to say about yourself now, comment down below what you want to be confident about. Let's get the comment section fired up, because I'll be down in the comments. I'll be commenting back to you all. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.